Well, it sounds to me, I'm speaking to Theresa May today, it sounds to me like it would be Russia based on all of the evidence they have. I don't know if they've come to a conclusion, but she's calling me today. It sounds to me like they believe it was Russia, and I would certainly take that finding as fact.
So with Trump now backing Theresa May, the question is, what comes next? The British PM gave Russia an ultimatum. Answer for what's happened by tonight or else. That deadline has come and gone. And as Chris Brown tells us, not only is Russia still denying it, it's pushing its own theories, some on state television.
Faced with the accusation Russia used a chemical weapon to try to commit murder on foreign soil, Russia's influential state TV programs went on the attack today. There's no proof, but it's enough for Britain to practically declare war on us, said one of the hosts. Under the law of Russophobia, anything goes, said conservative Alexander Romanovich. Among the more popular conspiracy theories here, Britain wants to make trouble for Vladimir Putin on the eve of Sunday's presidential election. Or Britain is still mad that it lost out on hosting soccer's World Cup to Russia this June, and this is payback. The lone voice of dissent on the talk program was Liberal Dmitry Nekrasov, who kept getting interrupted.
I'm trying to be reasonable.
So we talked to him on our own, and he said the conspiracy theories are bogus.
I am more sure that it is connected with Russia than with any UK actions. It will be very strange. I don't see any benefits for UK.
Russia says under international law it should be allowed to examine the nerve agent.
I've just had a short meeting.
But Britain is refusing, so the British ambassador in Moscow was called into Russia's foreign ministry for a dressing down.
I reiterated the points made by Prime Minister May that we expect by the end of today an account from the Russian state as to how this material came to be used in Salisbury.
But Russia is not conceding anything, so the next move appears to be back to Britain and the decision over how to retaliate. Chris Brown, CBC News, Moscow.
So let's talk about what that retaliation might look like. When Britain wakes up tomorrow, Theresa May is planning to lay out in Parliament exactly what her government plans to do. And there have already been discussions with EU allies about what options are on the table. For one, Britain could expel Russian diplomats, including the ambassador. It could freeze or confiscate the assets of Russians who have money or property in the UK, or even take Russian broadcasters off British airwaves. There are more aggressive options available too, strengthening NATO forces in the Baltic states, a cyber strike targeting Russian fake news websites. Some are even urging soccer-crazed England to boycott the World Cup happening in Russia this summer. And there's one more thing to add to all of this. Another Russian exile has turned up dead in Britain. Friends say 68-year-old Nikolai Glushkov was found dead in his London home, which was still being searched by police late tonight. The businessman had connections to a prominent Kremlin critic. At this point, police say there's no evidence connecting Glushkov's death to the poisoning of Sergei and Yulia Skripal, and it's not clear how he died. But Britain has now ordered an official inquiry into more than a dozen other mysterious deaths of Russians in Britain in recent years.